Now, if you've got a computer at home, most of us do these days, chances are someone has been trying to con you at some point.
Nearly 3/4 of adults have received a scam email in the past year. That's according to the Office of Fair Trading, which enforces consumer law.
Well, now the fight against the cyber criminals is being beefed up, as Sean Fletcher has been finding out.
So you want to go to a gig? Well, many people go to the internet these days and look on sites like this. They've got Beyonce, Miley Cyrus. Let's go for Beyonce. Well, clearly that's not what I was expecting to see, but this is designed to warn me against scam websites and emails. In fact, the OFT claimed that almost 3/4 of adults in this country have received scam emails in the past year, and some of them are really hard to spot, like this website. It's estimated that 3 million consumers lose a total of £3.5 billion each year because of all types of scam. And the scammers are keeping up with modern trends.
The site was set up saying free iPods if you register here. Facebook group, free iPods. Nearly 500,000 people registered to say that they were interested. They'll get emails through the post saying, congratulations, you've won your free iPod. Just click here to give me the details to accept it, and then something will be downloaded onto their computer. And then the next thing that happens is when they log on to their banking site, their logon details will be captured and sent off to the fraudsters, and then they find a month later they have a really big problem.
They even turn bad news to their advantage.
Scammers are playing on current problems. So, for example, the Haitian earthquake, we came across a particular scam which was asking people to donate to that, and it was a scammer.
The government is investing £4.3 million over the next 3 years to boost the fight against this type of online crime. But what can we do to keep ourselves and our computers safe?
The first thing to remember is that there's no such thing as a free lunch. If you get an email offering you something free, then be skeptical. The other thing is, if you're not sure about it, bounce it off a friend, because you'll often find that someone, once removed, will take one look at it and say, I wouldn't fall for that.
Let's speak to Trading Standards Officer John Peerless. And John has been working on an initiative tackling consumer fraud, haven't you, including internet crime. And it used to be door-to-door crime, John, didn't it? It used to be people arriving at your doorstep and scamming you there, and now it's more internet-based.
Oh, definitely. I think the criminals always seem to be one step ahead of the game. They always look for the next niche in the market to actually try and scam people. We were set up as scambusters to tackle doorstep crime, which was the people going into people's houses and actually doing work and then scamming them that way. But they've actually seen that it's probably a lot easier for them to hide behind the internet.
Well, how hard is it to get hold of people and take them to court and convict them?
It's extremely difficult. We have to identify them. That's why they use the internet. It's so easy to actually place their server in another country. They're using the Eastern Bloc or even as far afield as Australia to actually, and therefore we have to trace their whereabouts and then find them from there. We're not having as much success as we would like, but we're certainly closing them down.
Has anybody been convicted yet?
Not that I'm aware of. But the police and ourselves and the OFT are actually working actively to disrupt their activities. So a lot of the time it's about closing down the websites rather than actually taking through the criminal courts.
All right, now the government's saying that they're now putting just over 4 million over 3 years.
That's correct.
To try to help Trading Standards and other organisations defeat those who are carrying out the scams. Is that enough? Will that make a difference?
I think it will make a difference. As you've heard, the OFT have actually set up an internet team. Other money has gone in through the Home Office to the police, and they have a police central e-crime unit as well. But some of the money will actually go straight to Trading Standards to actually help with a regionally based enforcement programme where we actually help to ensure that legitimate businesses can actually comply with the law, so that when their websites are correct, then when people get used to the style of website, they will actually automatically see when they're being scammed, because the other websites will not be right.
Isn't the difficulty, though, as soon as you shut down one website, they can pop another one up pretty quickly?
We know that. I think last year that the police took some steps. I think they closed down 165 websites that were selling Premier football tickets. Well, a lot of those that started up virtually immediately or within 24 hours. And that will always be the way, because these criminals are actually very clever.
A lot of people writing into us this morning and saying, you know, I mean, you think it's easy, you think it'll be obvious when you look at a website, you think there'll be something that'll give it away, and it just doesn't. And Valerie says she bought 2 tops for her daughter and she thought it was a genuine clothing website. They were too small, so she took them back to the London store in Savile Row and they told her they were fakes. I mean, they do look genuine. So what can you do to let people know that
in relation to, you know, the counterfeit side, the old adage is, if you can make it, they will fake it, and therefore that's where they will make their money. So but all the money goes into the illegal economy rather than the legitimate economy. I think people just have to, I think someone mentioned already, that they have to be a little bit sceptical about the website. They have to actually say, is it too good to be true that these items will be on a website and available to them at that price?
If you come across a dodgy one, then what can you do about it? Who do you get in touch with?
The people we always tell to contact now is the Consumer Direct telephone number, or the website, which is a national advice line to
Consumer Direct.
Consumer Direct,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Coming up, BBC News.